Leon Pereira.
Question 4, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, from Power to Manpower. The Home Protection Scheme, or HPS, is a mortgage reducing insurance that protects CPF members and their families from losing their HDB flats in the event of the member's death, terminal illness, or total permanent disability. Having a mental health-related condition is not necessarily a ground that would make a person ineligible for the Home Protection Scheme. Instead, a member's eligibility for the Home Protection Scheme is assessed based on the overall severity, prognosis, and control of the medical condition, as well as their health risk profile. Hence, even for members with pre-existing mental health-related conditions, a majority of them are covered under the scheme because their conditions are assessed by medical professionals to be mild or moderate. Notwithstanding this, the Home Protection Scheme coverage is not extended to applicants with serious pre-existing medical conditions, including serious mental health-related conditions, if they are assessed to have significantly higher risk of mortality. And members of the House, this is in line with industry practice. This enables and ensures the affordability of the premiums for the majority of members, as well as the viability of the scheme. Thank you.
Mr. Pereira.
I thank the ministers. Just 2 supplementary questions. Firstly, just to clarify my understanding what he said, the relevant authorities will take a nuanced approach looking at the extent of the mental health condition and also the nature of the mental health condition. I think different types of conditions may have different implications in terms of behavior and in terms of the propensity to do different things that could affect the actuarial basis of the scheme. So I just want to confirm that understanding that it would be looking at severity as well as the type of mental health condition to decide on eligibility. My second SQ is really, when looking at these issues, does the government take into consideration that whatever the actuarial science says about people with mental health conditions who go onto schemes like this, that data may have come about in the past when the extent of diagnosis of mental health conditions was maybe much, much less than what it is now and what it will be in the future, with growing awareness of mental health issues and moving away from stigmatization, discrimination of people with mental health conditions. You can expect that more people will be diagnosed. So are we using data from the past in order to draw an actuarial conclusion about the present day, and is that taken into consideration as well? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I think to the first SQ, the answer is yes. We do take a nuanced approach. We depend on medical experts. We are certainly not the experts in determining what is the level of severity, the prognosis, to whether the actuarial risks associated with mortality or morbidity as a result of a particular illness. So we do take a nuanced approach, but it is based on advice from experts and medical experts, including psychiatric experts, if you talk about mental illness. What we do need, however, is for the members at the point of signing to disclose upfront the pre-existing conditions that they have. Because you can imagine and you can obviously surmise or conclude that if you disclose it after the event and you have a pre-existing condition, you don't disclose it upfront, and then something happens, after that for you to then go back and have all that data, I think it will be very difficult for us to access those data. To your point, to your second SQ, in terms of the extent of the diagnosis, we constantly and we continuously review the data that's available, and I think this is not something that is carved in stone in terms of the coverage. However, because of the fact that the Home Protection Scheme it's constructed to be as widespread and as pervasive as possible to support the broadest segment of our population in their home protection for the ability to be able to continue to cover the loans and in the result of total permanent disability and so on and so forth. We also want to keep the scheme sustainable and affordable. Hence, the approach is a very balanced, very measured and calibrated approach. I hope that addresses your query. Thank you.